Let me ask you something. What if the life you are living right now is not the life you have to keep living? Maybe you feel tired, distracted, disappointed, or simply disconnected from the person you used to be. Maybe nothing is completely wrong, yet something inside you keeps saying, "I need a change." That feeling matters. Sometimes you do not need to escape your life. You need to pause, look honestly at where you are, and decide what needs to change. Restarting your life does not mean destroying everything and becoming someone completely different. It means resetting your direction, clearing your mind, and rebuilding with more intention. And today, we are going to explore how you can begin that process step by step without waiting for a perfect moment. Stay until the end because you will not only practice useful English, you will also learn something about yourself, your choices, and the life you still have time to create. And if this lesson gave you something useful, you know what to do. With love, let's dive in. What is quietly making you unhappy? The first step is honest reflection, because you cannot change a life you refuse to examine. When everything feels confusing, it is easy to blame your job, your relationships, your schedule, or even yourself. But before making a major decision, give yourself permission to slow down. Take a quiet evening, a peaceful morning, or even a short break from your normal routine. Ask yourself what has been draining your energy lately. What makes you feel frustrated, empty, or constantly tired? What are you doing simply because you are used to doing it? And perhaps most importantly, what have you been avoiding admitting to yourself? Writing your thoughts down can make them easier to understand. You may discover that the problem is not your entire life. Maybe one area has been taking too much of your attention. Reflection gives you distance from the noise, and that distance can reveal what really matters. Before you rebuild, you need to understand what needs rebuilding. What needs to leave your life now? Sometimes restarting your life begins with removing things rather than adding more. We often believe that improvement means doing more, buying more, learning more, or becoming more productive. But a crowded life can make a clear mind almost impossible. Look around you, not only at your room, but also at your phone, your social media, your schedule, and your relationships. Some things may be taking up space without adding real value. Some habits may keep pulling you toward an older version of yourself. Even certain conversations, environments, or constant notifications can make it harder to think clearly. This does not mean you must suddenly cut everyone out or change everything overnight. It means becoming more selective about what you allow into your attention. A clean environment can create a feeling of fresh energy, but mental decluttering matters even more. When you remove unnecessary noise, you create room for better decisions. Sometimes, the new life you want cannot enter because your old life is still taking up all the space. What kind of life do you actually want? A restart becomes powerful when you stop asking only what you want to escape and start asking what you want to build. It is easy to say, "I do not want this anymore," but where do you want to go instead? Give yourself permission to imagine your life 6 months from now, 1 year from now, or even several years from now. Think about the person you want to become, not only the things you want to own. What kind of energy do you want to have? How do you want your days to feel? What values do you want your decisions to reflect? You do not need a perfect 5-year plan. In fact, trying to plan every detail can create more pressure. Start with direction, not perfection. Choose 1 or 2 areas that truly matter to you. perhaps your health, career, relationships, confidence, or personal growth. A clear vision gives your efforts somewhere to go. Without direction, you can stay busy for years and still feel completely lost. Why do small changes matter so much? Because a new life is usually built through small decisions repeated long enough to become normal. When people decide to restart, they often make the same mistake. They try to change everything at once. They wake up early, exercise, eat perfectly, study, work harder, stop every bad habit, and expect a completely different life within a few days. Then reality arrives, motivation disappears, and they feel like they have failed again. You do not need that pressure. Start smaller. Create a simple morning routine that helps you begin the day with intention. Give yourself a quiet moment before reaching for your phone. Move your body, read a few pages, study something useful, or prepare your day calmly. In the evening, create a small routine that helps you slow down and reflect. And when you want to remove a bad habit, focus on one at a time. Consistency may look boring, but it is powerful. Small actions become habits. Habits shape your days, and your days slowly shape your life. How do you rebuild your confidence? You rebuild confidence by keeping small promises to yourself. When life feels out of control, confidence can become weak because you stop trusting your own decisions. You tell yourself you will change, but then you delay it. You make plans, but you do not follow through. Over time, that creates disappointment. The solution is not to suddenly become extremely confident. It is to start proving to yourself that your words have meaning. Choose something small and realistic, then do it consistently. If you say you will read for 10 minutes, read for 10 minutes. If you say you will take a short walk, take that walk. Every time you follow through, you send yourself a powerful message. I can rely on myself. That feeling grows slowly, but it becomes stronger with repetition. You do not need to feel ready before you act. Action creates evidence, and evidence creates confidence. When you begin trusting yourself again, restarting your life becomes much easier. What are you doing for your future self? Investing in yourself means becoming someone your future self will be grateful for. This does not always require money, expensive courses, or dramatic changes. Sometimes the best investment is simply learning something useful and becoming a little better than you were yesterday. Read a book that challenges your thinking. Improve a skill that could create new opportunities. Learn a language, develop your communication, understand your finances, or explore something you have always wanted to know. More importantly, pay attention to the people around you. Your environment can influence your mindset more than you realize. If you constantly surround yourself with negativity, complaining, or people who discourage your growth, moving forward can become harder. You need people who respect your goals and encourage you to keep learning. Growth does not mean believing you are better than others. It means refusing to stop becoming better than your former self. When you invest in your mind, your skills, and your character, you are quietly building a stronger future. Why does your body affect your mindset? Your mind and body are connected, so taking care of your physical health can support the mental reset you are trying to create. When you constantly ignore sleep, movement, food, and rest, everything can feel harder. Simple responsibilities may feel overwhelming, and small problems can seem much bigger than they really are. That is why restarting your life should not focus only on motivation and goals. It should also include the way you treat your body every day. Try to create healthier patterns without demanding perfection from yourself. Give your body enough rest. Move regularly, even if the movement is simple. Pay attention to what you eat and notice how different choices affect your energy. Also, become aware of habits that leave you feeling drained rather than restored. You do not need to change everything in one day. The goal is to create a body that supports the life you want to live. When you have more energy, you often have more patience, focus, and emotional strength to make better decisions. What are you still carrying from yesterday? Sometimes the hardest part of starting again is not creating something new. It is releasing something old. You may still be carrying regret, guilt, anger, disappointment, or memories of decisions you wish you could change. But carrying the past every day does not change what happened. It only allows yesterday to keep controlling today. Forgiveness can help you put that weight down. And forgiveness does not mean saying that everything was acceptable. It means deciding that the past will no longer have complete control over your future. You also need to forgive yourself for being human. Maybe you made the wrong choice. Maybe you trusted the wrong person. Maybe you stayed too long, gave up too early, or did not know what you know now. That does not mean you are permanently defined by that moment. A mistake can become a lesson instead of a label. You can learn from what happened without living inside it. Sometimes the reset begins when you finally stop punishing yourself for an old version of you. Can you really start again from here? Yes, but you have to stop waiting for the perfect moment. There may never be a morning when everything feels clear, easy, and perfectly organized. Life will still have problems. You may still feel afraid, uncertain, or unmotivated. Starting again does not mean waiting until those feelings disappear. It means taking one meaningful step while they are still there. Begin with something small enough that you can actually repeat it. Then repeat it tomorrow. Give yourself time to grow, because real change is usually quiet before it becomes visible. Some days will feel exciting, while other days will feel completely ordinary. That is normal. Do not measure your progress only by how you feel. Look at what you are doing differently. Notice the habits you are building, the choices you are making, and the things you no longer accept. Your life does not have to change overnight. You only need to change your direction, then keep walking. A restart is not the end of your old life. It is the beginning of a more intentional one. And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss the next lesson. Your support means so much. It keeps this space alive and growing. With love, thank you for being here, and I can't wait to continue this journey with you.